Hi, I'm Steve Adubato here. More importantly, I have two very special guests to talk about scouting and why it's so special. First, our good friend, back by popular demand, looking better than ever, Bart Oates, former NFL player and star. How many Super Bowl rings?
3.
Yeah, okay, who's counting? And also a scouting volunteer, and he's joined by his good friend, Matthew Scala, who's 16 years of age. Just told me he's been in scouting since he was 6 years of age.
Yes, I have.
How great is this? And I want to thank our friends over at Wake Firm for talking to us about scouting and why this is so special. I got to ask you something. You were a scout as a kid?
I was, yeah. I grew up as a scout. Yeah.
And now you're a volunteer?
Been a volunteer for years.
Because?
Been a scoutmaster, because it's an awesome organization. It helps young men kind of learn leadership skills, self-confidence, a lot of fun, camping, just, connecting with nature. It just tremendous benefits.
So for 10 years you've been in this.
10 years.
What would you say the number one benefit you've taken from your scouting experience has been?
I'd have to say friendships, because the boys you meet in scouting are the boys that you're going to hang out with for years to come. I know most of my friends are from scouting. I hang out with them on the weekends. We go places. We talk on the phone all the time. It's just a really great way to meet new people.
It's interesting. You said you talk on the phone. Did you actually talk on a phone?
Well, we text.
Okay.
We text. We have a big group chat.
Do you really?
It's very active. Everyone's on. Oh, how was everyone's day? Sending everyone funny messages or something.
But it's a scout thing.
Oh, it's a scout thing. It's all scouts.
That's great.
Scout jokes and stuff?
Scout jokes.
You didn't have that? We didn't have that back in the day?
Yeah, ours was like smoke.
So I got to ask you something. When it comes to the leadership thing, you and I are fascinated by leadership. We talk about it all the time. Mm-hmm. You were one of the great leaders, not just a talented football player, but a leader in the NFL. You continue to be today as you're concerned about the safety of football players. Talk about the leadership component of scouting.
But it's built in. The leadership is built in. It's designed to help young men that don't have those type of skills to learn them.
How so? Give us an example.
Just peer. This scouting is really to be done right, run by the young men themselves, and the adults just guide. So it's all set. The hierarchy. There's leadership at scouts, and as they develop and as they progress in rank, then they become leaders, and they help the young. They help those younger boys that have just gotten in, the new ones. And it's that process. And so in 18, they move on, they go to college, and then hopefully they come back later and become leaders themselves, but understanding the real purpose of scouting is take these young, take boys and develop them into men.
As you listen to Bart talk about this, talk about the leadership piece for you.
Right. Well, the leadership's not only in scouts, but it's also, I feel, in school for me. As a lot of people they like to do, they say, oh, well, let's wait till the last day to do the group project. But I'm the one person that's like, guys, let's just do it now, get it over with. I'm always the first one to volunteer for projects, like presentations. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I volunteer for all these. And even in scouts, I hold the rank of assistant senior patrol leader, which is kind of like I help run the troop. So, I mean, being a leadership, that's a really big part of it. And you go to programs. I've been to a program, it's called National Youth Leadership Training, or NYLT, where for a week long, this was in Rockaway, New Jersey, Camp Winnebago, where we camped out, and we just did leadership activities, and they taught us skills that you're not going to learn anywhere else. You're not going to learn in school. It's just things in scouts that aren't taught.
What kind of reaction do you get from the other kids in school who are not involved in scouting?
I get made fun of occasionally.
Do you care?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all.
So it also builds self-confidence.
Exactly.
Self-esteem.
I'll walk
you
around.
really don't care. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
That's okay. I walk around in the uniform. If I come from a scout meeting, I'll go into ShopRite. Everyone looks at me. I'm like, okay. People look like they're ready to salute me.
You're wearing your sash too?
I am. My merit badge sash. Yes.
Those badges mean something, right?
Yes. You work for these. They all have a different topic. Some of them, this one's first aid. I have chest, fishing, it's everything you can think of. And you find a counselor, someone who's certified in teaching that topic, and you work with them. There's certain requirements for the certain badges.
They don't just give them to you.
Oh, no.
See, I'm a personal fitness counselor.
No kidding. and with the rest of us, you are too, but that's a whole nother story.
So for scouting, so I'm certified, and so the young men will come to me, the Boy Scouts, and then I'll put them on a program to help them achieve their personal fitness merit badge.
And so what happens? Do you push them to be the best they can be in terms of their physical fitness?
Well, so there's requirements. So it's education, learning about nutrition, learning about diseases and healthy eating habits, et cetera, et cetera. And there's exercise involved. They have to go through a 12-week program that they develop, and they monitor it and follow along. What their progress is, and so I'll meet with them periodically during that. And as long as they achieve each of the requirements, then they're eligible to get their personal fitness merit badge.
Couple things here. Where's the fun?
Everywhere. Like camping, there's fun doing these merit badges. Well, some more than others. Like, there's one environmental science that was probably the most boring merit badge I've ever done, because you sat there and learned about recycling.
Give me a fun one, though.
Fishing. That might be fun for me. I love to fish.
You love to fish.
There's water skiing.
There's water skiing.
Water sports. I have wilderness survival. That's something you don't learn in school.
So it was fun. There's a big part of it that's fun. Plus of the camaraderie is fun.
Right.
Skills, orienteering, teaching young men out in the wilderness, how to navigate, how to find places, what to look for with compasses, without compasses. I mean, there's survival skills.
For you, though, Bart, you and I talk about parenting a lot, too. Bart and I have a lot of mutual friends, and we
Nick
share.
Greco being one of them.
Yes, who's actually our legal counsel at the Caucus Educational Corporation. We've also talked about parenting. In many ways, are you somewhat of a parent figure for certain kids, or father figure for certain kids who may not have a father figure in the home? Am I making too much of that?
No. There are those situations, and it's also, listen, even with parents in the home,
sure,
sometimes an adult leader who they look up to or they respect can communicate differently than a parent can, and so there's a support system there.
Does it matter? It's interesting as a setup. I don't know what the answer is going to be, because Bart, in all seriousness, is such an accomplished athlete and was a superstar playing football with the Super Bowl rings and the whole bit, and you're seeing him right there in the picture, just a bit heavier and much healthier today. Is it even more impressive?
I mean, I guess so, because he's.
That's a no.
He's not my leader. So I mean,
he's a 49ers fan.
Right.
He had both covered, by the way. He had both covered. But so you're not that aware of that?
No, I really because I know the leaders in our troop, they're just volunteer dads, and I look up to them just as much as I look up to big athletes or my other role models.
So you don't play the NFL card?
No, there's no NFL merit badges.
Last thing, for those in the time we have left, for kids out there who say, I don't know if scouting's for me, but they're on the fence, could be, you say.
Just do it. Just like Nike, just do it. Because once you do it, you're going to understand how great it is, and you're just going to keep going.
And Bart, for those who wonder if they could volunteer and make a difference, you say.
Just do it.
The biggest benefit.
Listen, it's a way of paying forward. I mean, as corny as that may sound.
Not at all.
It's an opportunity to take a young man who, may or may not be confident, may or may not feel comfortable with who he is, but give him some direction. Just point him. You just guide. You're not forcing them, right? You're just on the side just watching. You give them the right skills. You put them with the right peer group, and most of these kids will flourish. Yeah,
good stuff. Bart, Matt, we wish you nothing but the best. We have a feeling you'll be back with us, telling us about some of the success you've had as an adult.
Thank you.
As always, you have an open invitation. Thanks, Bart.
Thanks, Steve.
Stay here, guys. We'll be right back right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by ShopRite Supermarkets, New Jersey Council of County Colleges, the Give Something Back Foundation, Choose New Jersey, Century 21 Construction, Cone Resnick, and by the New Jersey Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.